You know, that feeling you get when something's just off? Like you're not quite sure if someone actually enjoys your company or if they're secretly counting down the seconds until you leave. It's the worst. Well, you're not alone. Today, we're diving deep into the subtle signs that someone might not be your biggest fan, even if they're hiding it behind a polite smile. Okay, first up, let's talk about eye contact, or should I say, the lack thereof. We all know that eye contact is key to a genuine connection, right? It's like a window to the soul, or at least that's what they say. But when someone consistently avoids your gaze, it can be a big red flag. It's like they're trying to avoid a real connection, you know? Maybe they're uncomfortable, maybe they're hiding something, or maybe, just maybe, they'd rather be anywhere else in the world. Ouch, right? Next up, we've got the masters of brevity, the short responders. You know the type. You ask them a simple question like, "How was your weekend?" And they hit you with a fine. End of story. No elaboration, no enthusiasm, just a big old wall of "I'd rather not engage." It's like trying to have a conversation with a brick wall, only less exciting. And trust me, it's not you, it's definitely them. All right, let's move on to body language because, let's be honest, our bodies often betray what our words try to hide. When someone's constantly crossing their arms, angling their body away from you, or generally looking like they'd rather be swallowed whole by the furniture, it's a pretty clear sign that they're not exactly thrilled to be in your presence. They might as well hold up a giant neon sign that says, "Please leave me alone." It's like a giant game of nonverbal Twister, and you're losing. Chapter 4, Avoidance 101, The Art of the Disappearing Act. Now let's talk about the masters of avoidance. These are the people who will go to extraordinary lengths to avoid even the slightest interaction with you. They'll duck behind grocery store aisles, take the long way around the office, and maybe even fake a sudden illness just to avoid a simple hello. It's like you've become the human equivalent of a bad smell. They can sense you coming a mile away, and they're not taking any chances. Chapter 5, Smiling Through the Pain, the Telltale Signs of a Forced Smile. You know what they say, smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. But sometimes, those smiles are just a clever disguise, a way to mask the true feelings bubbling beneath the surface. It's a common tactic, especially in social settings where showing vulnerability might be seen as a weakness. You can always spot a fake smile, you know? It's in the details, the little things that give it away. The corners of their eyes don't crinkle, which is a dead giveaway. Genuine smiles reach the eyes, creating those charming little crow's feet. Their lips might be stretched a little too tight, almost as if they're trying too hard to convince you of their happiness. And the whole thing just screams, "Help me, I'm trapped in a conversation with someone I secretly dislike." It's an uncomfortable situation, and the forced smile is their only escape route. It's like watching a hostage video, only less dramatic. The discomfort is palpable, and you can't help but feel a pang of empathy for them. Sometimes people even practice these smiles in front of a mirror, trying to perfect the art of deception. They might scroll through their phones, forcing a smile for a selfie, hoping it looks genuine. But nothing beats a real, heartfelt smile. It's warm, inviting, and effortlessly lights up a room. So next time you see someone smiling, take a closer look. You might just uncover the story behind that smile. Chapter 6, The Sound of Silence, the Lack of Engagement Epidemic. Have you ever felt like you're putting in all the effort in a conversation? Like you're pouring your heart out, sharing your thoughts, and trying to connect, but the other person just isn't reciprocating? Like you're the only one trying to keep the ball rolling while the other person just sits there, nodding politely but not really contributing anything of substance? It's as if they're physically present but mentally checked out. Yeah, that's what I call the lack of engagement epidemic. It's a phenomenon where people are increasingly disengaged in conversations, making interactions feel one-sided and unfulfilling. They might as well be scrolling through their phone because their mind is clearly somewhere else. It's frustrating, isn't it? You're trying to have a meaningful exchange, but their attention is divided, and their responses are minimal. It's like you're auditioning for the role of best supporting conversationalist, and you're not even sure if they're watching. You start to wonder if it's something you said, or if they're just not interested in the topic. But often, it's not about you at all. This lack of engagement can stem from various factors: distractions, stress, or simply a lack of interest. It's important to recognize these signs and address them. Sometimes, a gentle nudge or a change in topic can reignite the conversation. Remember, meaningful conversations are a two-way street. Both parties need to be present and engaged for the interaction to be fulfilling. So next time you find yourself in a conversation, make an effort to truly listen and respond. You might just inspire the same level of engagement in others. Chapter 7. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. The sting of a negative tone. Last but not least, we have the masters of negativity, the people who can turn even the most innocent comment into a backhanded compliment or a sarcastic jab. These individuals have a unique talent for finding the dark cloud in every silver lining. They're like walking, talking mood rings, but instead of changing colors, they just radiate negativity. Their presence can be felt like a heavy weight in the room, dragging down the energy of everyone around them. It's like they have a never-ending supply of snarky remarks and passive-aggressive jabs, always ready to pounce on any opportunity to bring someone down. And you're their favorite target. They seem to take a perverse pleasure in making others feel small or inadequate, as if it somehow elevates their own sense of self-worth. Trust me, life's too short to be around people who suck the joy out of everything. Surround yourself with those who lift you up, who bring positivity and light into your life. It's important to recognize these negative influences and distance yourself from them for your own well-being. Outro, listen to your gut. So there you have it, the 7 signs that someone might secretly dislike you. But here's the good news, now you know. And knowledge, as they say, is power. The next time you encounter someone who exhibits these telltale signs, you can choose how to handle it. Maybe you'll confront them directly. Good for you. Maybe you'll just keep your distance. Probably the wiser choice. Or maybe you'll just laugh it off and surround yourself with people who genuinely appreciate your awesomeness.